extra good luck this time. Well, I need, like, actual good skill to not do what I just did with that last quote-unquote speed run. Like, I didn't even make it as far as the previous run, which was also complete garbage. Fall Dungeons is turning out to be a lot more difficult than I expected. I was thinking, you know, maybe I'll just, you know, I'll play through the route, I'll figure things out, and then we'll start doing runs. And of course, you know, we start doing runs and everything just falls to pieces. You can send hugs. Well, thank you. Thank you for the good luck contrast setting. Anyway. Hello, Rocky. Thank you for the luck goods. Oh, oops. As far as your question goes, Super Dude, I'm not surprised that the manual super swimming became unbuffered with the method that was found, because the problem before was the fact that you were like hitting, or the potential to hit neutral so much without pausing. Yeah, by like relocating where the dead zone on the controller is, it becomes much easier to do a manual super swim unbuffered. It's not easy, but it became easier than what it used to be. Because beforehand it was pretty much you had to you pretty much had to flick all the way up and all the way down, like pretty much every single frame, but now you don't have that like extreme restriction on the movement that you can do. Like if you end up going to the quote-unquote neutral position, it doesn't actually affect that much, because you just lose like 0.1 units of speed. I tried a little bit like earlier today, but I was trying it on Dolphin where I couldn't reset the dead zone, so I was just trying to like in general build up a bunch of speed. I was able to get to like -40, but that doesn't tell me very much if I can't reset the dead zone. Hey Austin, thank you for the good luck. The last attempt was practically an air disaster, Zelu. Link died unnecessarily so many times. Yeah, this is the first run of the day. The last thing whatever the last thing was that happened wasn't really a run. I will say though that at least the way that I was trying to do the unbuffered manual super swim was like, it was hurting like the tip of my thumb and my index finger with like how intensely the control stick I had to like dig my fingers into it, if that makes sense, or how much it was digging into my fingers. So that wasn't very fun. Oh, file 2. That was weird. Let's drink more water. Alright, Austin, thanks for the good luck, and thank you for stopping by. Hope the rest of work goes well. Okay. I'm gonna be losing time on Slingshot because the route is different, but I'll save all the time back at Eldon, hopefully. Always happens. Should probably just jump slash there instead of trying to roll for it. How many games have I speedran? I mean, I've done games from pretty much the entire 3D Zelda series. Falling into the cutscene from, like, the left side is actually a few frames faster, for some reason. Also, thanks for the good luck again, Deesh. Yeah, I've done Breath of the Wild. Although I haven't done Breath of the Wild for, like, 2.5 years. Yeah, Breath of the Wild came out 2.5 years ago. Or, well, a little bit under 2.5 years ago. But the 2.5-year anniversary is going to be, like, on, what, September 4th or something? September 3rd, something like that. It's coming up real quick. Also, thank you very much, Lackeolin, for the 7 months of Twitch Prime. What? You missed that one. Alright, goodbye. Breath of the Wild Ultra HD. So Breath of the Wild 4K. At least I didn't fail placing the beacon this run. Got 5 rolls. Hello. Really? You can bonk on the tree when it's down? Nice. I mean, if you really want to, you can play Breath of the Wild in 480i. Play it on Wii U and use the Wii component cables. Not really sure why you would, unless it was your only option, but it is something you can do. Oh, yeah, 240p. We're going to remember to copy file 1 to file 2. There we go. Yeah, that should be fine. But Lionels are easy. Where's the fun in Lionels being easy to fight? I mean, well, if you have the right weapons, they are pretty easy, right? Lionels die to a single ancient arrow. Really? Oh boy. Good camera angle. Oh yeah, Lionels are definitely extremely cool enemies. I liked the idea of the blights more, but the blights were kind of overused. Howdy, Omato. Well, yeah, the Thunder Blight is definitely the hardest of the four, I would say. Because it's the smallest, so you can't just, like, shoot arrows at some giant head or something. It's also the quickest. Has some devious tactics that it uses against you. I mean, I've never done all dungeons for Breath of the Wild, but at least in any percent, Thunderblight was, at least initially, one of the hardest to get through. Although once we figured out how to break the shield, it became pretty easy. No, I mean, I feel like wind is fairly easy, at least in any percent sense. Maybe the arena of the regular wind blight makes it a little harder. But in any percent, since you can just climb the walls and then jump off, it makes, like, fighting the first cycles pretty easy. It didn't drop. Oh well. Have to learn the proper timing for that. Especially since I don't want to waste slingshot seeds. Yay! I actually did it this time. Alright, we saved 1 minute. Alright. Now let's not make any dumb mistakes here. Please. Kind of surprising how many bit warps got removed from this game in general. Because now there's only like 2 bit warps that we do, the one in Skyview and the one in Eldin. Nice. Well, bit warps used to be used all the time. Now they're not. RBMs have replaced most of the ones that used to be useful. Oh no, in all dungeons we still do the one in Fire Sanctuary. There. Don't do that in any percent, though. Don't worry, Appo, I'll be free again in like 8 months. Hey, Amon, thank you for the good luck. I'll say yes. Hi, Appo. Quite a few people actively run Skyward Sword right now. SVA is doing any % runs fairly frequently. I'll probably be doing all dungeons for a little bit. I know that Deesh is working on like routing 100% with like Azer. Azer and Copernicus are always working on routing everything. Bailey's been doing attempts lately. I think he has. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. Kind of poor stamina management. OT3D all dungeons. Well, I mean, OT3D all dungeons, because the setup for doing the Death into the Death Mountain Crater loading zone for dying in Forest Temple isn't stupid anymore. Might be worth trying to do the ISG route. Come on. Wow. Way to start off with the worst RNG. Really? Oof. Come on. That was pretty bad, as far as fight RNG goes. The definition for completing a dungeon varies from dungeon to dungeon. There's no way to encompass what completes a dungeon, which includes everything that we believe is a dungeon in this game. Mainly because of how you need to define beating Skykeep, which is collect all 3 Triforce pieces. Whereas for every other dungeon, you have to, you know, like, strike the Goddess Crest, or open up the door after the boss, or whatever. Well, no, Gear Him Skip doesn't save any time in this category, and we can't do it anyway because we don't have the practice sword. And beating a boss wouldn't work anyway for Skykeep, because there is no boss in Skykeep. Also, thank you very much for the 4 months, Violet Entropy. Oh, I'll do. Hey, Risuki, thank you for the good luck. I will definitely need it, considering what the quality of these runs has been lately. I won. I missed the rupee. Alright, well, that works. It was in my eye. And now we save a bunch of files. Was I really too close? Interesting that you can be too close right there. So we save and quit file 3. Now we're going to save and quit file 1, so that we can fix our scene flag index. Now we're going to load file 2, and we're finally going to do back in time again. Good afternoon, Ghost Wolf. Thank you for the good luck. I am doing well. Time for our first Farron bit. This is actually the biggest sequence break in the entire run. Kinda sucks that, like, the big sequence breaks are not really noticeable, in a sense. It's like, we do RBM all the time, but, like, unless you know what maps to what, you don't know what any of these RBMs will stand for. Yes, Link can change his clothes while he's in freefall, as we saw between the loading zones back there. Okay, no log again. Oh, right, I have to... Okay, let's see what the issue was there. Oh, don't collect that. Nice. The Hylian Velcro. You know, the Hylians had Velcro. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, so I forgot that, when you do that Farron RBM, I have to select file 1 while pushing the log in the sealed grounds to properly update the file 1 values, so that 3x10 is actually included. Okay. So now that we're properly 11 minutes ahead again, hopefully we'll be able to keep this lead. The 11-minute time save is because my PB is old and very bad. Really? Ugh. I don't know what any of those are gonna do. I can't go back this way. I don't know what any of these are going to set, so I'm just going to have to die in the lava. Well, there aren't very many people on the Alt Dungeons leaderboard. The only activity that's happened recently with Alt Dungeons is that people have been trying to route it much better. No, there wasn't a new trick found. The route that I'm using is the exact same route that I used 2 days ago. Have I ever considered streaming full-time? I mean, I would probably need to make more money from streaming if I wanted to do it full-time. Because I don't make enough to earn any... Or I don't make enough... What am I trying to say? I don't earn enough to have any sort of comfortable living situation if I was to stream full-time. Not against the idea, but would need more financial reassurance. There we go. I don't have a day job because I'm currently a student. Also, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription, dorks. I think that's how I say that, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. No, that bit warp's not hard, it's just a little bit position specific. So you could consider streaming to, like, currently be my job. I'm pretty sure we'll only get, like, one more Zelda game for the Switch before we get, like, a new Nintendo console. At least as far as, like, mainline games go. Hello, Shadow Step Muffin. I mean, it would also be, like, more reasonable to be a full-time streamer if I also, like, made full-time YouTube content as well, relating to speedrunning, which I know that, like, people definitely want to see, but making those videos is a lot of work, and I'm usually not that motivated to make those videos. Just because I'm too much of a perfectionist about them. Right now, on my own time, I ended up playing a lot of Overwatch because the roll queue beta makes the game better, in my opinion. Also, hey Mason, thank you for the good luck. I don't see a Skyward Sword remake happening for the Switch, at least anytime soon, because this game is significantly younger than all of the other games that were remade during their, or comparatively during their life cycles. Right, because when Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess were all remade, they were all at least 10 years old. And Skyward Sword's not going to be 10 years old until, like, November of 2021. I guess the Twilight Princess remake was 9.5 years, because it came out... Because Twilight Princess was originally released in November of 2016, or excuse me, 2006. But the remake came out in March of 2016. Hey Romazely, thank you for the good luck. Also, yeah, I'm 11 minutes ahead, because my All Dungeons PB is very bad. I'm playing on a Wii because the Wii has a physical reset button that's faster to use than the home reset function. As far as like wanting to play the game should probably be available for like 30 or 40 bucks or something. You can technically play Skyward Sword on emulator without motion controls, but it requires very wonky configuration that's not at all intuitive, in my opinion. Like, motion controls are the most intuitive way to play this game, even if you don't think motion controls are good. Also, I was supposed to copy file 1, but I'll do that and say... There. Into the Earth Temple. Yeah, the game only uses the sensor bar for the initial calibration, like before the title screen. I just bought my Wii's off of Amazon. Oh yeah, well, the movement that I did when I cut the ropes was so that I could skip the cutscenes that would normally accompany cutting the ropes. So if Link is in the air and like over lava or a void when the game tries to start a cutscene, the cutscene just kind of gets cancelled because it assumes that Link is going to void out. But I didn't void out because I jumped over the lava only for like a specific amount of time. But the game still skipped the cutscene, so it was nice. Saves like a few seconds for the two that we get to do. That's also why I cut the rope with the beetle second, because the last cutscene that you view with that set of ropes, it's always the longest. I also went into first person before this cutscene started because it makes gaining control after the cutscene very slightly faster. Of course. Okay. That was very sketchy. That fight was also kind of sketchy, but I guess it worked out. Alright. My favorite, like, game category combination is Ocarina of Time 3D 100%. The category just has, like, lots of cool stuff, and you're pretty much always doing something. Except maybe in the beginning, I guess. Overwatch tutorial speedrun, yeah. Nice. Also, thank you very much for the 3 months and the good luck, Winderman. Enjoy the yellow badge. Alright, let's drink more water. The Earth Temple is too hot. No, I wasn't supposed to skip any cutscene. I was just taking damage into the Phi cutscene trigger, because then I don't have to go through the animation of Link getting up really slowly after taking damage. Is that close enough? I hope it is. Probably is. Yeah. Really? I thought that when the eye goes in the center, it was usually easy, but Skyward Strike, I guess, hit a rock too early. Yeah, there's a new strat for this, but the last time I did it was like 3 weeks ago, so I don't remember how to do it properly. I didn't care to learn it because there were much more important things to learn for this category. Or I didn't care to relearn it, I guess I should say. Hate this boss's textures? Interesting. Why would you say so? They look nasty. I mean, I think they're kind of supposed to look nasty. Ah. Wasn't supposed to roll there. Or like hot pasta. I mean, yeah, there is definitely like a sort of line pattern to the texture. The wild pasta with meatballs, yeah. Also, hello, Hyperion. Yeah, no text here because of, what was it? Extending blow. Oh boy, I got 1 rupee for killing the Sky Tail. Favorite 3D Zelda game is a tie between Wind Waker and Skyward Sword. Faceplant. No, Bylosite's not part of this category. Because the category is all dungeons, not all bosses. Bylosite is the name of the, like, virus that's infected Levias. You usually just refer to, like, the boss as Levias, but it's technically Bylosite. Because if it was all bosses, then we'd also need to beat the first and third iterations of the Imprisoned. Which no one really wants to do. Yeah, Boss Rush has Bylosite. I'm pretty sure, at least. Actually, wait, does it? And now I don't remember. I mean, I am sitting down, but I'm not on the floor. I'm very much off the floor. Also, thanks for the link, Draconov. Yeah, okay, that works. What? You don't have an empty bottle? Well, here, let me give you one. Even though I do have an empty bottle. Alright, let's avoid the man with the piercing gaze as we get out of here. Alright, let's just casually walk up and get the Stone of Trials now. That is correct. This isn't supposed to be open yet. No, I don't really keep up with Mario 64 stuff. Although I knew that there was a project to, like, recreate all the source code or something. Sounded pretty interesting. Bad camera. What? Go there. No. Get up on the box. No. Get up on the box. There we go. Okay. Link really did not want to get up on that box. Oh yeah, there are definitely times at which computer science is frustrating. Pretty much any debugging process is always going to be frustrating to some degree. Just don't debug. Yeah, that's a real good idea. Let's just not debug any of our programs, guys. Hello. Oh yeah, just write things with no bugs, then debugging isn't necessary. I first began learning Skyward Sword in early 2014, but any percent was much different back then. It was pretty much the only category that anyone did runs of. Yeah, back in time is probably considered to be a bug. Yeah, just do it all perfectly the first time. Or just label every single bug as a feature. Reset and rewrite everything from the start. Oh boy. I'm not sure we're quite on the right track here. That's pretty good, Bellagio. I think there's a reverse bit warp that would allow us to enter Skykeep, yes, but it's not particularly useful at this point. Since we need some more items to go through Skykeep properly. Any new Strarts found recently? Well, this is an all dungeons run, so the strategies are kind of still updating with the run as it goes. Oh my god, Yuan, please. Alright, well now that we've just RBM'd the Clawshot Trial and the Stone Cache statue, let's go to the Clawshot Trial via way of the Stone Cache statue. I mean, speedrunning is usually the only thing that, or I guess the only quote-unquote hobby that I pour a lot of my time into. Hello. Take the shield off. I mean, I play it like when I'm not doing schoolwork, I'm just like hanging out with people in Discord or like just relaxing. If you beat Skykeep before Imprison 2, then you can't beat the Imprison 2 anymore, because, like, the lair of the sealed grounds will prevent that from happening. That is correct. You cannot beat the game if you beat Skykeep before the second imprisoned fight. Well, put an asterisk next to that. You can if you can somehow figure out how to execute the wrong warp to the past. Then you'll be able to beat the game. But currently no one has figured out how to do that, so... not something we'll be able to accomplish. Oh, yeah, that's true, I guess. If you beat him 2 on 1 and Skykeep on another. What are you referring to by that, Joe Sheep? What if even could? Oh, nice. Alrighty. Would have been a best segment if I didn't screw up that one jump. At least it probably would have been. Hello, AB boy. I'm doing alright. The run that I have going right now is significantly better than the run that I tried earlier. I always forget there's no Phi text right there. There was Phi text there for so many years. Alright. Now to do the RBM that will ultimately only be used on a different file. Because this route is weird. Also, hey, Hole Pigeon, thank you very much for the 14 months of Twitch Prime. I agree with this yay conclusion. Also, thank you very much for the 15 months of Tier 1 Bacon Pancake. Yeah, if you don't, like, know what's going on in the speedrun, it is pretty confusing to watch. But I mean, it's essentially all just the same thing, except with slightly different parts of the game's memory. Currently, I have submitted Skyward Sword and Ocarina of Time 3D to GDQ. Ah, well. But... nice. There's still time to submit other stuff, though, so I might consider other things. No, not any percent for Ocarina of Time 3D. Any percent in Ocarina of Time 3D is one of the most boring categories in all of Zelda speedrunning. For Ocarina of Time 3D, I submitted all dungeons MST and 100%, which is just like what I usually submit. I would say that Majora's Mask any percent is more interesting than OOT 3D any percent. Mostly because of the fact that it's actually like new and like fresh in everyone's mind. In OOT 3D any percent you do like... the run is 40 minutes long and you only do 2 tricks really. You do Forest Escape, and then the run is glitchless up until the end of Dodongo's Cavern, and then you wrong warp to the credits. Pretty much. You have a slight detour for Furore's Wind, which also uses another glitch, but it's not a very exciting glitch. Why is everything reversed? Is it okay to play Zelda casually? Absolutely not. You are not supposed to play these games casually. I mean, there is technically a faster any percent route, but it's extremely hard and it's not marathon safe, but it is like a little bit cooler because it involves like ISG and hovering and stuff. And Deku Tree's a lot faster than Dodongo's Cavern for that route. And I mean, Dodongo's Cavern, like, isn't... like, Dodongo's Cavern is fine, but once you do it so many times, like, it becomes pretty boring. And plus, the any percent route for Ocarina of Time 3D, you basically see at the beginning of every other category anyway. No, Majora's Mask 3D also doesn't have an all dungeons category. Oh, right. What? Down here. Alright, I'm gonna get the Phi text again. Or, never mind, no I'm not. Oh, wait, this isn't that RBM. Dumb. I'm supposed to go over here. For some reason I thought I was doing Ballad of the Goddess stuff. Doesn't come until after Sandship. There is no debug menu in MM3D. Probably Matler. I mean, like, no one cares about OOT 3D any percent for much the same reason. I agree, Sand Sea is the best part of the game because we can get through it in about 25 seconds. Why is everything still reversed? No, the fishing rod duping stuff hasn't proven to be useful for anything in Twilight Princess, except in Twilight Princess HD low percent. It saves a bunch of time in Arbiter's Grounds. You can skip the 4 pose in 30 minutes instead of in, like, what was it? Instead of, like, 12 hours or something. Yeah, that's an 11-minute time save. This isn't an any percent run if you think that I somehow saved 11 minutes on my any percent PB. Because the title of the stream says Skyward Sword All Dungeons. Which is a different category than any percent. Oh boy. Why are the controls always specifically messed up here? It's like, okay, game. Like, no. This is the stabbing direction. Okay. Something about the way that I'm, like, holding the controller is causing it to get uncalibrated a lot. Recalibrating in the menu is extremely slow. I prefer to have to not recalibrate at all. But right there it was necessary for obvious reasons. Time for the annoying fight with the really short sword. Yeah, Wii U VC doesn't tend to be that good, unfortunately. Oh, well, that just resets the cursor, Risugi. That doesn't, like, calibrate the gyro or anything, which is what the issue was with. My experience with Wii U VC, at least as far as Ocarina of Time goes, was that there was horrible input delay. Frame advancing with the pause menu was basically impossible. And, like, Ocarina of Time is kind of made to be played with notches, but not having notches on the Wii U gamepad or Pro Controller make it very awkward. Oh, Azer, why would you do that to yourself? No, it doesn't force 16:9 aspect ratio, I don't think. So the reason I left the Sandship right there was to skip having to open the mast back up. Or climb the mast in this case. Though I still feel like the boss key skip is probably faster here. Yeah, you can just RBM the boss door open, but it's a Farron RBM, so it takes longer than what doing the Captain's Cabin RBM would be. Because the Captain's Cabin RBM is super short. Only takes like 40 seconds, I think. Whereas the Farron bit one takes like 3 minutes. But considering how many times we have to go in and out of the Captain's Cabin and in and out of the ship with going to get the boss key, it still might be faster to just do the boss key skip. Oh, why I rolled so much right there. It's also really great that these Bokoblins don't know how to open doors. We'll just leave them behind. This was also the wrong door. Hey, Duckosaur, thank you for the good luck. Of course, with the boss key skip, you also skip the animation of, like, you know, putting the boss key in, but that's kind of small. I also keep on forgetting to select file 1. Nice. Actually, wait, would the Tentalus RBM even get committed if you did the boss key skip? You also don't get that one bit that you need to enter Betrot's house, I don't think. get it somewhere else. Thank you for the good luck, Palsy. Yeah, that's not the issue, Copernicus. The issue is getting 5x02. Which we automatically do with getting into Captain's Cabin somewhere. I don't remember where. Dang it. So, somebody in chat asked if we could skip Tantalus. And I'll just let the fight do the answer for you. Alright, so the fight's going to start, and then it's just instantly going to end. Yay! Also, thank you very much for the 7 months, Bowenstein. Or, excuse me, the 17 months, the 7-month streak. And thank you very much for the good luck. Oh, no, file 2. No, I did not do the rerouting for this category. The reason that works is because what we actually did RBM was... there's a value that gets set when Link strikes the goddess crest that appears at the end of the dungeon. So we RBM'd that value, and since the cutscene that plays after you strike the goddess crest will play whenever that bit is set on that specific map, and since the goddess crest is on the same map as the boss fight itself, the cutscene just instantly started when we went out to the deck for the boss fight. The definition was changed from hitting the goddess crest to just watching the cutscene of getting the flame. Yeah, we come back later to actually complete LMF. Is this, I mean, this is also file 2, so this isn't the correct file to beat LMF on anyway. Oh wait, I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, it's too slow. Alright, Joe Sheep, goodbye. Thank you very much for watching today. Well, to start Skyward Sword, you need the sensor bar, but after you get to the splash screen, you don't need the sensor bar anymore. Because the game keeps track of where the cursor should be pointed with the gyro. Yeah, we do Skykeep in this category. There's one RBM that we do in Skykeep. It doesn't save that much time, though. It only saves like 10 or 15 seconds. But it does make the dungeon much easier, since we skip a lot of fighting with the RBM. Ouch. Ah, nice. Running out of stamina. No, we skipped the Song of the Hero in this category. We skipped the Song of the Hero by RBMing the Trial Gate on Skyloft to be open, which is the only thing you need the Song of the Hero for. Yeah, stream still seems to be going, as far as I can tell. Yeah, it's different from any percent, because in any percent we skip Skykeep completely. Also, welcome back, Miyako. Oh. Yeah. Nice. Alright, the portal was actually here this time. Or the trial gate, I should say. I like how this is the third trial that we do, Silent Realm. And Fi has to explain everything to us in the beginning. Also nice. Ah, nice. Get up there. Yeah, the waking water is bad. Yep, we're in prison again, and we will be for the next, like, 8 months. No, I wouldn't consider this Silent Realm to be hard. Probably Eldin is the hardest one. Lanayru and Hylia's Trial are pretty easy. I have to remember to copy file 1 to file 2 now. Oh, copy. When does this route meet with the previous one? Probably when we enter Skykeep. So I still have to beat the Fire Sanctuary, Ancient Cistern, and Lanayru Mining Facility before I go to Skykeep, though. Because Skykeep is the last dungeon that we do. I'm thinking I might Detroit River. Just kind of depends. There's a bunch of different routes for this category right now, and it's not entirely clear which one is the fastest. Azo seems to think that the Batro skip route would be the fastest, which might be the case, I don't know. Although the delayed LMF route is pretty cool, I think. Yeah, the Lanayru Mining Facility is the second to last dungeon we do. I'm going to be doing Fire Sanctuary and Ancient Cistern before I do Lanayru Mining Facility. John. Good autocorrect from Torbjorn. Yeah, so now it's time for the last Silent Realm. That wasn't autocorrect. Certainly seemed like autocorrect. I would think that the Breath of the Wild Guardians are a little bit scarier. No! Do that. That feeling when you turn just a little too much. Nice. Also, thank you very much for the 5 months of Twitch Prime Heavy Metal Image. And thank you very much for the good luck. This chair is very squeaky. Favorite Link sounds? I mean, the sound that Link makes when he touches lava in this game is pretty good. Nice. Okay. At least that wasn't a total disaster like 2 days ago was. Make a bokoblin noise. That sounded pretty weird. I don't think I can go high-pitched enough for their noise in this game. Oh, whoops. Thank you for the 10 bits, Hole Pigeon. I'm glad you guys liked my bokoblin interpretation. Hello. Alright. Let's not screw up this one now. Speaking of weird noises, there was a peculiar noise that just emanated from the outside world of this dorm room. One has to wonder what the students might be up to outside. sky. I guess I went too high. This is pre-recorded because my save files are from 2017. Yeah. Clearly I was figuring out the exact route that you made, Azer, back in 2017 doing this. Also, thank you very much for the 16 months, Roberto. That bonk was for you. That bonk was also for you. Thank you for the 16 months. I like how the Goron yawns right as the flames disappear. Nice. Alright. It's like, yeah, let's bring out the bombs. It's like, wait a minute, I don't need to bring out the bombs. I'll see us. We needed to put out the non-existent fire. Yeah, it would be nice if Link could discover jumping so we could get into the fire sanctuary much faster. Would have also been great if the fire or the water basin skip RBM wasn't, or like the two options we had weren't two of the most out of the way RBMs that you could possibly imagine. Hello. Can we, Alright, took all my slingshot seeds to do that. But we did it, at least. Alright, now we get to do another bit warp. Our third one of the run. This segment right here is probably the scariest part of the run. Nice. Because I have to do... I mean, it's really just 2 rooms that are scary. Well, I guess 3, because there's this one. We can't mess up in any of the next 3 rooms, or else we lose lots of time. Because I automatically take 4 hearts of damage right there. So now I'm only on 2 hearts for these next 2 rooms that contain some pretty notable damage hazards. First off, we have these nice 2 Lizalfos right here. Alright, Legus, thank you very much for watching today. Oops, hello. Glad you enjoyed the stream. This room is also scary because you can just randomly get demolished by the keys here. Alright, looks like we will be safe. Some nice set of iron bars blocking the boss key over there. Alright, at least the difficult, or the scary part is over. Since I'm gonna get a fairy right here. Ah, that's the shield. Fairy. There we go. I mean, I guess I do want the shield equipped, actually. Oh boy. Oof, that was something. We only have 2 hearts, but we have the fairy, so if we get hit, then it's whatever. This is an all dungeons speedrun, just Davo. It's a different route for all dungeons than what my PB did, but it's not an any percent route. Nice sword. I don't know about you guys, but I always hold my sword behind myself when I'm getting ready to fight people. Come on. Skyrim really likes jumping up today. No, he's not damaged. I think, like, the lines are just, like, his intersecting diamond aesthetic thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fi can jump. I mean, she kind of just floats everywhere, anyway. Thank you for the good luck, Floey. This run is not that great, but at least there have been no extremely huge mistakes that I've made, unlike the previous attempt, where practically everything was a mistake. I hear you tapping the sovel against my floor. I don't know what a sovel is or what it sounds like when you tap it against something, so probably not. Oh, shovel. Oh, we didn't get pushed. Nice bomb. File 3. Okay, this is only like a 5-minute segment. Alright, time for the best room in the game. First, we get trapped in here, and then we're freed. That's how we're going to escape prison. There we go. Yeah, hardest escape room in all of Hyrule. Room just opens up. No, we don't get a bomb for that. I want to keep my bombs for other things. That strategy only saves like 1 second. Okay. More problems with directional lock puzzles. Interesting. We're not supposed to have the boss key and one small key at the same time. So if you look on the left side of the screen, when the when the GUI is up, you'll see that the boss or the small key is kind of just overlaid on top of the boss key because they never expected this to be a scenario you'd find yourself in. Also, this cutscene's messed up because the statue is one level lower than it's supposed to be right now. The small key is asserting dominance over the boss key. Nope, there's no Style Master fight. Again, because the statue was one level lower than it's supposed to be. Drink more water. Time for a giant gold man. Alright, first phase is over. Do I like Vane's ketchup? It's been a really long time since I've had ketchup, so I have no idea. Alright, so you're not supposed to have the bow at this point in the game. Or at least when you're over here doing this boss fight. Boss fight's really quick with the bow. Just 2 charged shots and down he goes. A little bit faster than the Skyward strikes. Oh, is that supposed to be a blood pun? Okay, I guess so. I personally prefer to not taste blood, but that's just me. Thankfully, beating the ancient Cistern now doesn't downgrade our sword. Oh, thank you for the compliment, John. I'll also hopefully still be your hero when I take over the world. I don't really think blood tastes that great. It's kind of just meh. It tastes ironic. Is it okay to stop streaming because of a pun? Time to make the Lanayru Mining Facility rise out of nothing. Interesting, Kui F3. I mean, I guess if you did like the taste, like, that might be something you'd want to do. Not personally me, though. Oh god, we're descending down the pun rabbit hole now, aren't we? There's absolutely no escape from this. We will be cursed to listen to puns until the end of the run. Everyone brace yourselves. Oh yeah, it's a feature. That's right, I forgot. How many times do we see that cutscene in a run? Probably about 10 or so. And now the dungeon rises out of the ground. From nothing. Alright, so even though we're in the Lanayru Mining Facility, we don't actually have the hook beetle, so gonna need to do stuff to get around that. Oh wait, I'm supposed to go this way. Whatever. Oh wait, that works. Alright, I'm just gonna do this again. I'm pretty sure you have to cancel the text box and start the file at the same time for this one. Can't do it earlier like the other text box RBMs. Okay. Let's try that again. And so thankfully we can actually use the whip right here to lower down that one. So that skips the hook beetle use in this room. Alright, this RBM is actually kind of tricky because I need to get into the academy without actually opening up the splash screen. Thankfully, we can do that with the Motion Plus tutorial prompt. I need to go 6 text boxes with Fledge. So that's going to open up the wind gate after we get the gust bellows. First RVM that we did... Oh, right, Alright, well... Don't have any slingshot seeds. Anyway, the first RVM that we did pushed this block out of the way so that we can easily get to the Gust Bellows room without having to get that small key and go through the other room. Nice. Not a very good Gust Bellows segment, but we'll take it. Also, there was no reason to equip bombs before that. Alright, now we wait. Am I okay? Yeah. Now we do some more waiting. Eventually this wind gate will come into the past. I can actually open it. And then here I can use the claw shots to save a little bit of time climbing up. Oh, well. Yeah, let's keep going. No, I haven't finished a run with this route yet. Hopefully this will be the first time I finish a run with this route. Oh no, I got hit. Alright. Oh yeah, I've seen that unbuffered manual super swim is becoming a thing now. I tried it a little bit myself this morning, but like without the dead zone shift just because I wanted to practice general technique for it. I got to like -40 speed a few times. I have to try it like with the actual dead zone shift though, but I can't do that on emulator unfortunately. really the longer sword that makes this fight like this? Nice. Now we have long cutscenes, so let's drink more water. Show feet. Fine, we'll do some stretching. Look at me, I'm flexible. Yay. Alright, now we get to assert dominance over this room by using the boat to hit this time shift stone. So much more satisfying than using the beetle. This is technically slightly slower, but it's a bit safer to do the back in time with 5 hearts instead of 3. Alright, once again doing back in time here is bad. I have a lot of trouble now doing the back in time here, because to me, what feels like me pressing the reset button and the reset button on the Wii and the A button on the Wii Remote at the same time actually makes me press the reset button like 1 frame earlier than I press the A button. Which is annoying. Also, thanks for the good luck, Deesh. No, you just memorize, like, which prompts you need to select and whatnot. You don't have to know any Japanese. Oh yeah, the run should take, like, another half hour or so. A bit less. Uh-oh. bad. No. Okay. Nice. Yeah, that joke might have been a little too specific for most people to understand. Hey, Jay Foster, thank you for the good luck on the rest of the run. Oh wait, I'll be facing this way. No, we don't fight him 3. Oh, dang it. You can't hear the vibrating Wii remote. Oh, right. Okay. Bruce is still grunting. Alright, we have now opened the Gate of Time, which is what any percent spends like 40 minutes doing. Or something ridiculous.
Hey.
Any percent at this point is basically Gate of Time RTA. Or I guess True Master Sword RTA. Bonk. Well, the Gate of Time is sort of like a focal point that has a huge number of branched dependencies that we need to activate in the any % run. Because the Gate of Time is a story flag that's necessary for us to beat the game, at least right now. Alright, the Gate of Time is what's ultimately responsible for us needing to beat Ancient Cistern, beat Fire Sanctuary, get the Water Dragon Scale, get the Fire Shield Earrings, beat the Earth Temple, get the Harp, etc., etc. Also, thank you very much, A2, for the 2 months of the Tier 1 subscription. Alright. The Skykeep has been opened with the Stone of Trials that we got, like, almost 2 hours ago. Alright guys, you think it's gonna take me half an hour to beat Skykeep? Also, thank you for the good luck, A2. Alright, so unlike last time, there actually is an RBM that we get to do in Skykeep now. We're doing once I get to the end of this room. Hello. Oh, where's the target? I believe so, Gothic Rose. It's not all that, like, convenient, though, since we kind of, well, actually... You'd have to somehow change the Sandship to the past without the bow. Other stuff. Actually, I think that is a scene flag, so that probably would be possible. But the Wisdom Room in Skykeep would be a huge issue. No, you can't skip the claw shots. We need the claw shots in Skykeep for one required use, which I believe is getting to the Wisdom piece of the Triforce. Or wait, no. I think it was something else. I don't remember. Okay, it is Wisdom Room. Jalapeno paste. Can't say I've ever had that. So now we're going to push down this log. Now, I wonder what that did in the Sky Keep. Well, soon we will find out. As soon as we get through this room. Oh, interesting that it gets stopped right there. I'm always having trouble with these ones lately. Alright, so normally we'd go get the Triforce of Power first, but instead I'm going to go get me some Triforce of Courage first. Okay, well, unfortunately it didn't work that time for some reason, and I don't know why. The timing for this RBM seems very weird. RBM was supposed to get rid of that gate right there. Oh well. That's a shame. Oh wait, no, this actually doesn't work now. 'Cause I need more health or else I'm just gonna die right there. I'll try it again. Well, I mean, yeah, like, failing any of the RBMs is pretty punishing, but the RBMs shouldn't be difficult, is the thing. Well, the early Gust Bell is one I assumed I failed. Because I failed it, or because I tried doing the same thing, like, earlier today, and it failed. Nice. No. Seriously. Let's try this again. Go back to the courage room. If it doesn't work this time, I'll just do the dungeon regularly. Oh yeah, I can still PB. I'm not worried about not PBing. But we would have beaten the dungeon about now if, what am I trying to say? If, like, I got in the RBM first try, the dungeon would have been done by now. There we go. Alright. Guess the timing is just weird. Alright, now I have my health back. If you do that correctly, it saves like 15 seconds. In my case, it lost quite a bit of time. Also, I'm pretty sure you don't actually need to commit the bit hazer. I think I noticed that, like, the bit just gets auto-committed for opening up the lever. Also, yeah, still no Phi text here, for whatever reason. Now all that's left is wisdom. It's nice that this one is finally last now. Nice. Nice. I'll be taking this. Really? Come on. Alright. And unfortunately, very time-wasty Skykeep. We got through it. That segment can be like 4 minutes faster. Yeah, how about we don't lose 15 minutes to Horde? It doesn't sound like a fun idea. Nice. Nope, wrong set. That would be pretty good if this was a 333-33. Ouch. Nice. Oh no, I died. Oh, come on. Nice. This is proving to be much more difficult than I anticipated. Any percent skips, what is it? Lanayru Mining Facility, Sandship, and Skyview are all skipped in any percent. Nice. I gotta wait 10 seconds. Ta-da! Thank you for the 33 bits, Whole Pigeon. Yeah, I know you did, Azer. Alright, well, run was bad anyway. Also, thank you very much, FTAB, for gifting 33 Tier 1 community subs. Congratulations to everyone that got a community sub, and thank you very much. Yes, 33 is the number today, apparently. Alright, well... thank you all for joining me for this 33 stream, apparently. Unfortunately, the 33rd day of the month doesn't exist. But, yeah, we'll get sub 330 next time, because that shouldn't really be all that difficult. Just gotta not screw things up a little bit more. I also need to delete some of these segments up here. Anyway. Thank you guys all for watching today. This run will probably be up on YouTube soon. But yeah, we should be doing more attempts tomorrow, probably. I'll try to not be as bad with some of these segments and some of these RBMs. So, yeah. Well, yeah, all dungeons for Skyward Sword